Hi, today we will look at illustrations of Melbourne and the surroundings and what they said about the buildings in 1889. Because if it was 1889, all the granite on Parliament and the law courts would be black under the soot of all the coal-fired power plants in the CBD. But reminiscence. Now I've been doing some Google Translates, and reminiscence comes up as memoir or memory. So here are some pictures of Melbourne. Hobson's Bay, Port Melbourne. That would probably be the railway pier. Bird's eye view towards Parliament from St Patrick's Cathedral, showing the Princess Theatre and the ADCO there at the back of the Parliament. You can see a bit of illustration going on there, a bit of artwork. Interesting, old school. This would be a better place to go to school. Fern Gully, Warburton. Settler's home in the bush. There's a nice little plots, little houses out there, little cottages, little farmers, little miner's cottage. That's where the boys live. They're looking for their gold, because that's the currency they think that exists. They've got to go out and get a job. Doesn't look like there's many people around. Curfew. Presbyterian College, but there's no one around. Looks very nice. They've just fleeced. Now this tree is on my Royal Tartaria video, and it has a horse sticking its head out that area. So this is a completely uh, utilised tree for all its props that it stands in for. Pier and Esplanade, St Kilda, Hobson's Bay. A few people out for a walk. And what's that hotel across the road? Here we are again with view from St Pat's Tower. Looks like a church right in the middle there. And they're doing quite a bit of work on Parliament. So this picture, pretty old. Toorak College. Toorak College. Toorak's right up there. See, look how clean the courts are. They should not be that clean if there's coal fire being burned. And look how much more needs to be done to Parliament. So that's what John Batman was covering up, I believe, and they've just extended on that. There must have been a flood that stopped them. I don't know who General Gordon is. Princess Bridge should have another arch to it, £150,000. Definitely a manipulated picture. Look at all the buildings he's got stacked on top of each other and the sphere coming out the back. On the sand in St Kilda, just relaxing, lazing, looking at everything. And there's a little girl there on the right. She's just studying everyone, going, what's going on here? There's a lovely garden. Burrell. Collins Street. They've darkened out the guy, the little boy that's cleaning the street. Darkened him out. He's free to do what he likes. There's the kids just hanging about. He looks after the kids. Does the doctor. The Public Works Office. Yes, get everyone working. Rather than working for our lovely landlord. The Mint. Minted. Costumes House, where they kept all the costumes. And they got the supports there for the viaduct. Turek Episcopal Church. Looks like they've stolen something from King. Deaf and Dumb Asylum. I mean, there shouldn't be anyone deaf and dumb. And what is with these mutations? See, St. Pat's isn't even finished yet. This can't be 1889. There's no chance this is 1889. I mean, what year did they build the State Library? I mean, that's just that says the National Galleries, but it's got written on it there, the Public Library. Yeah, I know that path. I've been down there. That's the theatre. Look at the back, the building at the back of it, though. It's just a lovely facade. Looking out over Scott's College. Everything's so clean without pollution. It's amazing. Williamstown Pier. See, I don't think they're running any passenger trains at the moment because there's no one there to catch the train. There's not enough people that want to live their lifestyle. But because of the apathetic ways people behave, which is probably a good thing, which means we can never be evil. We're always going to be led astray by the handful of megalomaniac Roman soldiers that exist. That's a nice shot. I mean, there's some good pictures in this. Really nice quality. Wesley College, St Kilda Road. That's a stunner. But the bush just looks so great. Look at those big stumps there. That must have been a gigantic tree there, or a fern or something. Look at those big stumps. Or Grand Hotel. That was Moorish. I like this building. Cool. This is not Burke and Wills. This is something from Afghanistan or somewhere with the camels and that. Something that the old world did. These are old world people. There's the public works building and the government house in the background. Spying in on people. You can see that people in there, there's white faced that you can just see by the way they're standing, the way they are. They stand the same now. Federal Coffee Place. Palace. Again, I did it. The remote control boat. Nah, that's a big one. The Alfred Hospital down on St Kilda Road does not look like that now. I mean, when did it ever be a hospital like that? Burrell Caulfield. My favourite. The Wilson Hall, Melbourne Uni. What a building. This is blind asylum. All the air conditioning units outside. See, this is Port Melbourne Sandgate, which is Station Pier. This is a good caption. Track Road terminus of Melbourne Tramway and Omnibus, our communication with the city. I don't think so. You had telephones. Toorak Presbyterian. Oh, here's a bit of creative writing. Black Hill, Port Arlington, Australian bull. The bull roared like thunder. I am ran like lightning. They're still learning English, I think, back then. The moon is on the water. On guard, a sergeant of the Turak College Cadet Corps. Now we start to see what's going really down. Turning people into their gods. Autumn, spring, Clifton Spring, Gulling, and this gets thrown in there. I don't know why. Albany, Principal Street in Albany. I'm not sure about that. But there's another strange picture of WA and something. Fremantle. Anyway, that's Diana Alabici. I mean, who are these people? They're Mingin. Centennial Exhibition, 1889. Column representing Australian gold. Australian gold, look at that. That's the phallic symbol. The Zoological Gardens Aboriginal vestiges. And I think they did. They stayed in there as they looked after the zoo. That's how they stayed. Just like that. They didn't live in the zoo. They stayed in the zoo looking after the zoo because they would cruise around looking after stuff. From Lilyvale House towards Toorak. There's another smokestack. Centennial Exhibition, 1889. There's that gold. Here comes winter. And here's Dorothea. And this is how he spelt Clifton. Clifton Spring Hotel, the premise. So all those commas and apostrophes were much more utilised in the old world to get pronunciations on stuff. So Dad was wrong when he says you don't spell that way. Like Gutenberg, in the state forest, Fernshaw. Village of Fernshaw, famed for its dead trees and cheap shit houses. Port Arlington, district of Gulling. There's another pier. That one looks like it's been through a bit of a battery. And the Melbourne Centennial Exhibition, 1889, from Carlton Gardens. And here's the end. So I'll try and read this out to you guys to see what you think. Da 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 da. But let's look up the word illustration and translate them into other languages to find a word more fitting to this sorcery. Illustration into Arabic becomes tardia. Into Greek becomes apikonisi, and in Zulu becomes umfanikeiso. Now shaping them back, so going back around to see what the word will come back from Arabic into English or English into Arabic. Arabic, Greek, Zulu into English, we get illustration. But for Zulu and Greek, we get illustration back from illustration. But with Arabic, we get clarification back from illustration. Or the word in Arabic is ida. Now, I've used ida before with the Aboriginal words with Wanjina, because ida is the first Wanjina. And Wanjina is the one he paints on the walls up in Broomway, Kimberley's. So how many words does clarification give us in Greek and Zulu? Greek first, clarification in Greek. I can tell you the word, and you get clarify. So clarification, going back, you just end up getting clarification, clarify. No, when you're taking letters off that whole word. So I'll tell you the word. Diphikrinici. So I remove the C for diphikrini, I get clarify. Diphikra, I get clear, while diphic gives me ext, ext. What that means, I don't know. Now Zulu, it's uka ake waswa, is clarification, while ukukaki gives clarity. Ukaka gives me to be specific, and ukaka gives thin. With uka, you are. So the more letters you take off the Zulu word, ukakakiswa, the more words Zulu will throw up. So it's more just a sound for each letter. But the different words here. So clarity comes back with you are. So to be specific, or thin. I mean, this makes no sense. Clarity. But anyway, I'll read out the Aborigine thing. Now, Ida, I looked up months ago in relation to Ija, a god that the Aboriginal people of the Kimberley call the first one Jinnah, or rainmakers. So Ija is the first one Jinnah, and Ida is the sound, the Arabic sound for sound. Very similar in a way, but once again, metaphysical, metaphoric. But who are the Gwyn? The Gwyn are the first human beings. So there's the Gwyn and the Gwyn I've looked up just before in Chinese. But no, Wanjina in classic Chinese gives me he saved, save us. Yeah, Gwyn just was translating into Gwyn, Gwyn. But Wanjina in classic Chinese gives me he saved us, save us, with Zulu having many more words from was is indissa, saved us, was sister, we are, and wa would be there as well, which is the raven god Wa. So if anyone understood that, congratulations. But that's sort of stuff I try and work out, how you'd work out different words. But illustrations are con. We'll go stick with clarification. Thanks for watching that. See ya.